And we welcome you to the Frostbank Center here in San Antonio, Texas. I am Vinny from vdubproductions, and welcome back to my NBA2K26 presentation of the 2025-2026 season playthrough. We are Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals between the OKC Thunder and the San Antonio Spurs. As you look at that high coyote, he kind of looks high with how those eyes are, but the Thunder lead the series 3-2 as we look at the starting lineups. SGA, Dort, Williams, Holmgren, Hartenstein, and then we have Fox, Castle, Vassell, Johnson, and Wemby for the Spurs. Spurs were able to avoid elimination, winning 108-92 in Game 5 behind a 32-point performance by De'Aaron Fox. And Stephon Castle even had 21 points, a far cry from his 2-point performance in Game 4. And we are underway here in OKC. The Thunder undefeated in the postseason, on the road, I should say. As he feeds it over to Dort. Dort feeds it back over to Jalen Williams. He misses that one. That's Jalen Williams, number 1 right there, by the way. Fox coming around, feeds it over to Vassell. He'll shoot the 3. That's going to fall in. Devin Vassell, 3 points for him already in this game. As we see Brian Anderson, Grant Hill, Doris Burke would be on the call right now if we had game commentary on. Vassell had 12 points in the Game 5 victory for the Spurs. As I said, Dort, he's trying to drive it. He'll feed it over to Jalen Williams. That shot is no good. De'Aaron Fox coming down with the rebound. Feeds it back over to Devin Vassell. Vassell. And that is off the back iron, no good. SGA coming down with the rebound. Feeds it back over to Jalen Williams. Williams. 13 on the shot clock. Jalen Williams, number 1. He's going to drive into the hoop. That's in there. OKC on the board. It's 3-2. We see Jalen Williams averaging 18.8 points a game during the conference finals. As we're a minute and a half into this Game 6 right now. 3-2 San Antonio on top. Wembayama, he'll feed it. That's good. That's 2 for him already, and the lead is up to 3 again. Crossing the half-court line, SGA feeds it back over to Luguentz Dort. Dort feeds it back over to SGA. He's holding on to that one right now. SGA. He's trying to drive it. He'll pass it back over to Luguentz Dort, over to Hartenstein. 3 on the shot clock. SGA. He'll shoot the 3. That is no good. Keldon Johnson coming down with the rebound. Johnson crossing the half-court line. 18 on the shot clock. Fox, he'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Hartenstein coming down with the rebound. Needs it back over to Jalen Williams. Williams, he'll put the shot up. That's good. 4 points for Jalen Williams, and the lead is 5-4. Hartenstein getting the assist. Castle feeds it back over to Keldon Johnson. Johnson feeding it. Feeds it back over to De'Aaron Fox. Feeds it over to Devin Vassell. 8 on the shot clock now. Vassell shooting the 3. That's no good. Hartenstein with the rebound. Luguentz Dort finishes it over to Williams. Williams drives it. That is no good. Vassell comes down with it. Castle feeds it back over to Keldon Johnson, and Johnson is rejected by Chet Holmgren. It will still remain San Antonio ball with 17 seconds, but Chet Holmgren just said, not in my house right now. As we said, 3 minutes into this first quarter here, Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals. Thunder lead the series 3-2. Looking to close the series out. I think that was Castle but that's no good anyway. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with it. SGA feeds it back over to Hartenstein. Hartenstein over to Jalen Williams, number 1. Holmgren. You get 8 on the shot clock. Feeds it back over to SGA. SGA putting the shot up. That's no good. Keldon Johnson with the rebound. Got Stephen Castle feeds it, and he's going to lose it. Or Fox will lose it as SGA coming down with it. With the seal. Jalen Williams has it. We got 15 on the shot clock. Luguentz Dort feeds it back over to Jalen Williams. We got 8 on the shot clock. Williams, he'll shoot the 3. That is no good. Wembayama coming down with the rebound as we're 4 minutes into the game. Vassell trying to drive it. He'll feed it back over to De'Aaron Fox. Hartenstein on Fox right now. A little bit of a mismatch right there. 5 on the shot clock. Fox will feed it over to Vassell. He'll shoot the 3. That is no good. Hartenstein grabbing the rebound. Lugens, Dort. Castle was on Dort for a second. Castle still on Dort. Now over to SGA, who's being guarded by Fox. 5 on the shot clock. SGA, he'll put the shot up. That's good. First points of the game for SGA, and OKC on top for the first time in this game. As we will have a timeout call by the Thunder. 6-5 OKC on top, 7:09 to play in the first. We're going to take a timeout as well. Looking at rebounds a game this season, I have a hard time believing that's not combined of playoffs, or they're just omitting the playoff part out of it, because all those are players that played in the playoffs. You've seen the top 5 in the rebounds, but Wemby indeed is on top. Vassell will take the inbound. Castle. No lineup changes coming out of that timeout, by the way, as Hartenstein coming down with the rebound. We saw before the timeout, SGA averaging over 28 points a game. You see Lugens Dort with the slam dunk. And it's 8-5. 6-0 run right now by the Thunder. I said they're looking to try to close out the series. Fox will shoot the 3. No good. Dort has it. As he's coming around. Dort with the slam dunk again. That's 4. That's an 8-0 run. Thunder shooting 5 of 11. The Spurs 2 of 10 right now. And the OKC Thunder with a 5-point lead. Keldon Johnson. He's back over to Fox. He'll shoot the 3. That is no good. Hartenstein coming down with the rebound. Jalen Williams. He'll put the shot up. That's good. That's 6 for Jalen Williams, and it's an 8-0 run. Wemby. And that's in there. Wembayama gets 4 points in there. That puts an end to that 8-0 run. We looked at Jalen Williams' stats. He's averaging over 23 points a game during the postseason. Before that Wemby bucket, 12-7. Dort will shoot the 3 off the back iron. No good. Needs it back over to Johnson. Fox has it. We got 13 on the shot clock. De'Aaron Fox feeds it back over to Keldon Johnson. Johnson feeds it back over to Wembayama. Wemby, 5 on the shot clock. Puts it over. Fox will shoot the 3. That's off the back iron, in and out, I should say. Jalen Williams coming down with the rebound. Williams. They'll feed it over to Dort. Dort will miss that one. Keldon Johnson getting the rebound. 5 minutes to play here in the first. 12-7 OKC on top. Wemby coming around with the layup. That's good. 6 points for Victor Wembayama. Wembayama averaging 25 points a game here at the Frostbank Center. We'll have another timeout call by the Thunder. We're going to take one as well. 4:44 to play in the first. 12-9 OKC on top. Coming out of timeout, we look at the lineup changes. We got Cason Wallace and Aaron Wiggins checking into the game for the Thunder and for the Spurs. We will have Harrison Barnes checking into the game. Wemby staying out, and Jeremy Sohan checks into the game. Aaron Wiggins feeds it back over to Cason Wallace. Over to Jalen Williams. He'll shoot the 3. That is no good. De'Aaron Fox coming down with the rebound. Fox held off the score sheet so far in nearly 8 minutes of play. Wemby, though, has 6 of the 9 points. Wembayama got 4 on the shot clock. That shot is up, and that is no good. Hartenstein with the rebound. By the way, that was actually a 10-0 run, by the way, by the Thunder. Before San Antonio scored the last 4 points. As you see, SGA with the bucket. That's 4 points for him in this game, and the lead is up to 5 again for OKC. Harrison Barnes feeds it back over to Wembayama. Being guarded by Hartenstein, back over to Fox. Fox and SGA, definitely the matchup of the series. Fox will shoot the 3. That is off the back iron. Hartenstein coming down with the rebound. Cason Wallace has it as he's crossing the half-court line. SGA feeds it back over to Hartenstein. Hartenstein with the slam dunk. And the lead is up to 7, matching their largest lead of the game. Fox coming down with coming through the court line right now. Fox, he'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Hartenstein coming down with the rebound. We got Case and Wallace. He's back over to SGA. That is no good. Fox with it. Harrison Barnes. That's good. Harrison Barnes with his first 2 points of the game. 8 of 18 for the Thunder. 5 of 18 for the Spurs. SGA, he'll shoot. That's no good. Wemby, I'm with it. He's back over to De'Aaron. Fox, he'll put the shot up. That is no good. Wembanyama gets the offensive rebound and the put-in. That's 8 for him already. Spurs within 3 here. SGA crossing the half-court line. 18 on the shot clock. SGA feeds it over to Hartenstein. Oh, and Wemby has a piece of it. Barnes with it. Feeds it back over to Keldon Johnson, I should say. Johnson feeds it back over to Barnes. Over to Sohan. Sohan back over to Wembanyama. Wemby feeds it back over to Fox. He'll shoot the 3. That is no good. Hartenstein coming down with the rebound. Wallace has it. He's back over to Jalen Williams. Williams coming around with the layup. That's good. Wallace will have the assist there, and the lead is up to 5. Williams with 8 points. They need him to go. He only had 10 points in Game 5 loss. We got 10 on the shot clock. He's back over to De'Aaron Fox here. Under a minute 20 to play here in the first. 18-13, Thunder on top. Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals. Fox. That is no good. That is tipped, and Wembanyama will come with the offensive rebound. Feeds it back to Fox. He'll shoot the 3. That's 3 points for De'Aaron Fox. And we'll have a timeout called by the Thunder. We're going to take one as well. 1:08 to play in the first. 18-16, Thunder on top. Coming back out of the timeout here, let's see. We got Wallace, Joe, Caruso, Wiggins, and who else came out for the Thunder? I can't see. We'll see the lineup set here. I said I try to get the lineup set. Caruso, by the way, Holmgren will move to center. Caruso feeds it over to Holmgren, and Holmgren will get his first 2 points of the game. And now this entire starting 5 has scored for the OKC Thunder right now, under a minute to play. Points in the paint 16-10 in favor of the Thunder right now. Harry Barnes feeds it back over to Lindy Waters, over to Castle. He'll shoot the 3. He'll drain the 3. His first 3 points of the game, and the Spurs within 1. So we got 35 seconds to play in the first. Aaron Wiggins coming around. Feeds it over to Wiggins, and Wiggins is going to go to the line as Castle called for the foul. See here, Wiggins will come around and shoot his first one. And that'll be the first one as he'll get on the score sheet. Wiggins came back, I think, in game number 4 of the series after missing injury for a while. You see Caruso, though, like he'll have the little yellow injury icon as Wiggins will miss that one. He's supposed to be out, Caruso, for about a week or 2, but unfortunately, you know how 2K likes to override some of the injuries. If it just says hurt, the injuries are going to be overridden, as you saw Sohan with the miss. Feeds it back over to Holmgren. Holmgren with the slam dunk. That's 4 for him. And it'll lead up to 4. Sohan for 3. No good. Holmgren will get the rebound, and that will do it. We are at the end of the first quarter here. The OKC Thunder leading it 23-19. Leave a like, comment on this video, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so yet. We'll be back to start the second quarter right after this. Back here to start the second quarter, Lou Cornett checks into the game. We got Castle, Waters, Sohan, and Harrison Barnes. That is your lineup set right now to start the second quarter for San Antonio, who are trailing by 4 right now. Castle coming with the layup. That's good. That's 5 for him. We have Holmgren, Wallace, Isaiah Joe, Caruso, and cannot see who the other one is. I think that's Aaron Wiggins. So that might be the lineup set there for the Thunder. Wallace will shoot the 3. That is no good. Barnes coming down with the rebound. 2-point lead for OKC. Waters. 13 on the shot clock here for Lindy Waters, the third. Feeds it back over to Barnes. Barnes feeds it back over to Sohan. Over to Castle. Castle for 3. That's 8 for him, and San Antonio on top, 24-23. Their first lead since 5-2. Or actually, it's 5-4 before that part of that 10-0 run by the Thunder. Holmgren, that shot is up. That's good. Chet Holmgren, 6 for him. San Antonio on top again or OKC on top by 1 again. Devin Vassell looking to check back into the game. He's at the scorer's table for the San Antonio Spurs. Castle trying to drive it. 4 on the shot clock. Feeds it over to Barnes. Barnes coming around the layup. That's good. Harry Barnes. That's 4 for him. And the lead is up to 1 again. Trying to figure out who that is up on the... That's Lugan Stewart. I think he's trying to at the scorer's table as well for the Thunder. Holmgren trying to drive it. Cornette is on him right now. He's it over to Wallace. Wallace will shoot the 3. That is in and out. Waters, the third, coming down with the rebound. 17 rebounds for the Spurs already in this game. They averaged 47.5 during the regular season. Castle. 8 on the shot clock. Castle feeds it back over to Barnes. 4 on the shot clock. Harrison Barnes. He'll put the shot up. That is no good. Holmgren comes down with it. Caruso has it as he's crossing the half-court line. Alex Caruso. Harrison Barnes is on him right now. Aaron Wiggins has it right now. Chet Holmgren will get the screen. Wiggins will shoot the 3. That is no good. Cornette with the rebound. Harrison Barnes coming down with it. Barnes feeds it over to Castle. He'll shoot the 2. That is no good. Barnes gets the offensive rebound over to Castle. 10 on the shot clock. Castle. He'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Holmgren coming down with the rebound. Alex Caruso. Feeds it back over to Cason Wallace. 14 on the shot clock. Holmgren feeds it over to, I believe that was Isaiah Joe. Yes, that is Isaiah Joe for 3. OKC on top again by 2 as we'll have a timeout called by San Antonio. 8:32 to play until halftime. 28-26 OKC on top. We have substitution out on the court right now. Let's see. Dort and Williams will check into the game. That's Jalen. I should assume that's Jalen Williams, number 1. And let's see. We have... Oh, that went by too fast here. That's the only thing I don't like about trying to read these lineups here. So Fox is back into the game. Same with Vassell. And I know I think Castle and Barnes move positions. And there Fox has it. 5 on the shot clock. 4 on the shot clock. De'Aaron Fox. He'll put the shot up. That is off the back iron. No good. 28-26. Chet Holmgren coming around. Feeds it back over to Wallace. 8 on the shot clock. Wallace feeds it back over to Isaiah Joe. He'll shoot the 3. That's off the back iron. Castle coming down with it. Stephon Castle driving it. He'll put it in. That's 10 for Castle. Spurs shooting 12 of 34. Thunder 13 of 29 right now. Castle, the first player to reach double figures for any player in this game. So we're 7.5 to play until halftime. Dort feeds it back over to Williams. Jalen Williams for 3. That is no good. Vassell coming down with the rebound. Tied at 28 here. Castle with the slam dunk. And San Antonio on top by 2 again. Their largest lead was 3. OKC led by as many as 7. Holmgren, he'll shoot the 3. He'll drain the 3. That's 9 for Chet Holmgren. He now leads everything. He now leads the Thunder in scoring right now with 9. 31-30, OKC on top. Fox with the layup. That's good. That's only 5 points for De'Aaron Fox right now. 8 lead changes and only 1 tie right now. That's the game summary. There's a shot. That is good. I believe that might have been Jalen Williams with the bucket there. And that, if that's indeed Jalen Williams, that's 10 for him. Or is that Dort? I mean, sometimes I hate when that happens. He's it over to Cornette. Cornette. He's it over to Fox. Fox, he'll put the shot up. That is no good. Holmgren coming down with it. Wallace feeds it back over to Dort. Thunder on top by 1 as we're over halfway through the second quarter here. Stolen by De'Aaron Fox. Fox coming around, feeds it over to Barnes, his former teammate in Sacramento. Castle. Over to Harrison Barnes. Barnes back over to Vassell. Over to Cornette. Cornette feeds it over to Castle. He'll shoot the 3. That is no good, and Jalen Williams will come down with it. There's a shot by Isaiah Joe. No good. Vassell has the rebound. Fox with it. He'll shoot the 3. That is no good. Holmgren with it. Cason Wallace. He's back over to Chet Holmgren. We have 5:05 here. Holmgren feeds it back over to Lugan Dort. Dort feeds it over to Isaiah Joe. He'll shoot the 3. That is no good. Barnes will come down with the rebound. Feeds it back over to De'Aaron Fox. 4:45 to play until halftime. 33-32, OKC on top. Fox, he'll put the shot up. That is off the front rim, and Jalen Williams will come down with it. Williams feeds it over to Holmgren. Holmgren with the slam dunk. That's 11 for him. Jeremy Sohan looking to check back into the game, as well as Victor Wembanyama. They're at the scorer's table, and we have a couple other players. I know Hartenstein looking to check back in. I believe SGA as well. Stephon Castle for 3. That's 15 for him. 12 of those here in the second quarter. And we are tied at 35. Holmgren feeds it back over to Joe, over to Jalen Williams, number 1. Wallace, he'll shoot the 3. That is no good. Castle coming down with the rebound. Castle feeds it back over to Fox. Fox over to Castle. Castle, he'll come around with the layup. That's good. That's 17 for Stephon Castle. 3.5 to play here until halftime in San Antonio on top by 2 again. Joe for 3. That's no good. Cornette coming down with the rebound. Harry Barnes with it. Feeds it back over to Castle. We got 10 on the shot clock. We got 5 on the shot clock. Castle coming around with the bucket. That's good. That's 19 for him already. As I said, 16 of those have come here in the second quarter, and the lead is up to 4 for San Antonio. That's their largest lead. Williams, he should have just taken the layup there. I don't get 2K logic. I mean, I did see SGA pass up a shot in Game 7 against the Spurs in real life, when he could have just taken a shot there when they really needed it, but wasted a lot of time. Williams feeds it back over to Joe. Joe coming around the layup. That's good. That's 5 for Isaiah Joe. 10 assists already for the Thunder. They averaged 23.5 in the regular season. 39-37. San Antonio on top. And that's over to Cornette. Cornette feeds it back over to Fox. He'll shoot the 3. He'll drain the 3. That's 8 for him. And the lead is up to 5 for the Spurs as we're under 2 minutes to play here until halftime. Dort. He'll shoot the 3, I should say. That's no good. Barnes coming down with the rebound. Barnes coming around, and that's stolen by Cason Wallace. Wallace trying to drive it. Feeds it back over to Holmgren. Holmgren with a shot. That's good. That's 13 for Chet Holmgren. Oklahoma City within 3 right now. Fox will shoot the 3. That is no good. Isaiah Joe coming down with the rebound. Fox with only 8 points on 3 and 19 shooting, 1 steal in this game. He's over to Chet Holmgren. Holmgren feeds it back over to Dort. Dort will shoot the 3. That is in and out. Cornette coming down with the rebound. Under a minute to play until halftime. Vassell feeds it over to Harrison Barnes. Barnes back over to Fox. Outside, feeds it back over to Vassell. Lugan Dort on him. Cornette will get a screen for Vassell. He'll put the shot up. That is no good. Jalen Williams with it. Williams holding on to it. Feeds it back over to Joe, over to Holmgren. Holmgren puts a shot up. That's going to fall in. That's 15 for him. OKC within 1. Under 30 seconds to play until halftime. Fox. 15 on the shot clock. Fox. He'll shoot for the 3. That is off the back iron. Holmgren coming down with the rebound. Shot clock turned off. Over to Isaiah Joe. Joe feeds it back over to Cason Wallace. Back over to Joe. He'll shoot the 3. That is off the back iron, and that's going to do it. We are at the end of the first half here. It is San Antonio 42, OKC 41. If you like what you see, hit the like button, comment on this video, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so just yet, as you see that high mascot right now on that motorcycle, or on the bicycle I should say. We're going to send it to halftime. We'll be back in the second half. We are back, coming out of the second quarter here, 42-41, or getting ready to start the second half, I should say, 42-41, San Antonio on top. We look at Stephon Castle highlights here. He has 19 points, leading the way, and he had 21 points, by the way, for the Spurs in the Game 5 victory, so he's 2 points away from matching that total. Chet Holmgren with 15 points, Jalen Williams the 10 for OKC, as the starting lineups for both teams out on the court. Start the second half, as you see SGA, Dort, Hartenstein, Williams, and Holmgren, followed by Fox, Castle, Vassell, Johnson, and Wembyama. Wemby, he'll put the shot up, and that is going to fall in. Okay, 10 points for Wemby. Lead up to 3. Look at that, 10 lead changes, 2 ties. Lugan Dort, he'll shoot the 3, and that is back iron, no good. Vassell coming down with it. Crossing the half-court line, feeds it back over to Fox. Fox puts a shot up, that's good. That's 10 for him. 46-41. Hartenstein with a bucket. He's got to get going scoring-wise as well. Let's see, 20 of 46 for OKC, 20 of 50 for the Spurs. Stephon Castle for 3, and he's starting off the second half hot. That's 22 for him in this game. That passes to the game 5 total. SGA missing that one. He needs to get his scoring up as well. He only had 4 points in that first half. Fox feeds it back over to Johnson. He'll shoot the 3. He'll drain the 3. It's now a 9-point lead for the San Antonio Spurs. And now the entire starting 5 has scored for the Spurs. Holmgren being guarded by, because I believe that's De'Aaron Fox. Or no, that's Keldon Johnson. Still a little bit of a height mismatch between Holmgren and Johnson. SGA misses it. Hartenstein, I think he should have just put it up. SGA will shoot the three. That's no good. Wembayama coming down with the rebound. 4 points for SGA on 2 of 9 shooting, and there's a miss right there, but SGA does have 3 assists. He's back over to Jalen Williams, back over to SGA. He'll shoot the three. He will make it. That's 7 for him, and they needed that one. 52-46. San Antonio on top here. 2.5 into the third quarter. Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals. OKC on top 3-2. They had a chance to close the series out in Game 5, but failed to do so. With the San Antonio walking away with a 16-point victory. This is the only series left in the conference finals. Our next video will either be Game 1 of the NBA Finals or Game 7 of this between these two, like how it was in real life. Holmgren will shoot the three. That's good. Chet Holmgren. That's 18 for him. By the way, Holmgren has had a double-double already, by the way, in this first half. And the Thunder within 3. Wemby. He's trying to get the shot up, but it won't, as Hartenstein made it impossible. Fox coming around. He'll get the slam dunk. That's 12 for him. 54-49. SGA feeds it back over to Jalen Williams. Feeds it over to Chet Holmgren. Holmgren. 8 on the shot clock. And that is stolen by Keldon Johnson. Johnson will cross the half-court line. Got 15 on the shot clock here. Wemby. We got 8 on the shot clock. Wembayama being guarded by Hartenstein. Wemby feeds it over to Castle. Castle, he'll shoot the three. That's off the back iron. Hartenstein coming down with it. Over to Lugan-Stort. Got 15 on the shot clock. Feeds it back over to SGA. SGA coming around with the layup. That's good. That's 9 for him. OKC within 3. We got 16 on the shot clock right now for De'Aaron Fox. Fox coming around. Fox coming with the layup. That's good. 14 for him. 56-51. OKC on top. SGA feeds it back over to Hartenstein. Hartenstein coming around. That's no good. Wembayama coming down with the rebound. And over to Devin Vassell. Vassell feeds it back over to Fox. Fox back over to Keldon Johnson here. 9 on the shot clock. De'Aaron Fox, he'll shoot the three. That is no good. Holmgren coming down with the rebound. Jalen Williams has it. Williams feeds it over to SGA. Here the defense chance right now. SGA feeds it over to Holmgren. He'll shoot the three. That's not going to fall in. Castle comes with it, down with it. 6:13 to play here in the third. Castle feeds it back over to Fox. Feeds it over to Wemby. Wemby, he'll put the shot up. That is no good. Holmgren coming down with the rebound. Lugan-Stort has it. Dort over halfway through the third quarter as Dort's going to go to the line. Shooting 2. Castle will be called for his second personal foul. Lugan-Stort, as we're going to have a set of players coming into the game now. We're going to check in for the first time as we're over the halfway point of the third quarter. 2 shots for Lugan-Stort. Points off of assists, 38 points for the Spurs off of assists, 8 3-pointers made so far as we look at that scoring breakdown. And Dort will hit the first one here. Harrison Barnes checking back into the game for the Spurs, and that's the only lineup change right now. Vassell taking the seat as you see Keldon Johnson moving to small forward. Dort sinks them both. 56-53. De'Aaron Fox. He's back over to Wemby. Wemby back over to Stephon Castle. Has 22 points in this game right now. He's back over to Wembayama. Wembayama with a shot. That's no good. Hartenstein coming down with the rebound. SGA feeds it back over to Holmgren. Holmgren will put the shot up. That is going to fall in. All right. 20 for Chet Holmgren. 12-4 run by the Thunder in the last 4 minutes and 20 seconds. And you see De'Aaron Fox coming around. He's back over to Wembanyama. Wemby. That shot is no good. Hartenstein. He's it over to Jalen Williams. Williams coming around with the layup. That's good. Jalen Williams, 12 for him, and OKC retakes the lead. That's a 6-0 run right now. 14-2 or 14-4 run as we have a timeout called by the Spurs. 4:46 to play in the third. We have a 1-point lead for OKC. We'll be back. Coming out of the timeout here, we look at the playoff league leaders for assists per game. SGA at 4th in the league in the playoffs at 7.6 assists per game. I know we have lineup changes. We'll figure it out as we go on here. Harrison Barnes. He stays in the game, I think. De'Aaron Fox. And Keldon Johnson. I think the changes were OKC, I think, maybe. Thought we had a lineup change. I could be wrong. Fox will shoot the 3. That is no good. Hartenstein coming down with the rebound. Jalen Williams, number 1. Yeah, it is Cason Wallace actually checking into the game. So that was the only lineup change there. Holmgren will shoot the 3. That is no good. Castle coming down with the rebound. Over to De'Aaron Fox. Fox from inside the paint. That's good. 16 for Fox. And the Spurs retake the lead. 4 minutes to play here in the third. Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals. Oklahoma City on top, 3-2. Wallace feeds it over to Hartenstein. Hartenstein with the shot. That is no good. Wemby coming down with the rebound. 15 on the shot clock. Feeds it back over to Wemby. He'll shoot the 3. That's off the back iron. Jalen Williams coming down with the rebound. Williams feeds it over to Holmgren. Holmgren will shoot the 3. That's in there. Chet Holmgren, 23. And the lead is up to 2 once again. 60-58. Fox feeds it back over to Keldon Johnson. 13 on the shot clock. Feeds it back over to Fox. He'll shoot the 3. That is no good. Hartenstein coming down with the rebound. Cason Wallace. Feeds it back over to SGA. Over to Holmgren. He'll shoot the 3. That is no good. Johnson coming down with the rebound. De'Aaron Fox holding on to this one right now. We got 15 on the shot clock. 2:40 to play in the third. Barnes coming around. Barnes, he'll put the shot up. That is no good. Tipped by... that was... Holmgren tipped it, but Wallace has it. Over to Jalen Williams. Feeds it back over to Holmgren. Holmgren. Feeds it back over to SGA. We got 5 on the shot clock. SGA, he'll put the shot up. That is not going to fall. Wembanyama coming down with the rebound. Barnes has it. Over to Johnson. Johnson, he'll put the shot up. That's good. That's 5 for Keldon Johnson, and we are tied at 60. 26-61 for the Thunder. 26-67 for the Spurs. Tied at 60 here. Minute 45 to play in the third. There's a shot. That's no good. I think that hit the front rim. Johnson with it. Gives it back over to Johnson, and he's going to go to the line. As Hartenstein call for the foul. Keldon Johnson getting ready to shoot one as Castle. Well, no, we'll have a timeout call first. 1:35 to play in the third. We are tied at 60. We'll be back. Lineup changes coming out of timeout. Wallace, Joe, Caruso. I can't read. I'm trying to get these as best as I can for you guys. As I said, Keldon Johnson going to go to the line, shooting 2 right now. He has 5 points in the game. So we got Wiggins, Caruso, Holmgren still in the game. That's 6, and San Antonio's retaking the lead. And he'll miss the second one. Over to Wallace, back over to Caruso. Alex Caruso feeds it over to Holmgren. He'll shoot the three. That is no good. Castle coming down with the rebound. Minute 15 to play here in the third. Castle coming around. He'll still coming around. Castle still holding on to it right now. Wallace on him. Feeds it over to Sohan. 1 on the shot clock. Sohan, he'll miss that one. Cornette coming with the rebound. Johnson for three. No good. Holmgren with the rebound. Under a minute to play here in the third. 61-60. OKC on top. Caruso holding on to this one right now. Feeds it back over to Wiggins. Wiggins feeds it back over to Wallace. Back over to Isaiah Joe. 5 on the shot clock. Isaiah Joe with the bucket. No good. Keldon Johnson coming down with the rebound. Johnson feeds it back over to Barnes. Harrison Barnes feeds it over to Johnson. Johnson. Oh, he almost thought about putting the shot. Caruso almost got called for a foul there. Barnes holding on to it. 3 on the shot clock. Barnes will shoot the three. That's in there! Harrison Barnes, 7 points, and the lead is up to 4 for San Antonio. Holmgren. He'll put the shot. Oh, wow, Cornette with the block there. Lugan-Stort checking back into the game for the Thunder. I see Caruso limping off on the court. Vassell checking back into the game as well for these last 0.2 of a second. And that will do it. That won't count. And that will be the end of the third quarter here. San Antonio leads it 64-60. Could they hold on and force a Game 7, or will OKC find a way to come back and win this one? Like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. We'll be back to start the fourth after this. We start off with the State Farm assist of the game. That will go to De'Aaron Fox. And that would go to Victor Wembanyama. Ousmane Dieng checks into the game. Jalen Williams, number 1, also into the game with Dort, Wiggins, and let's see, we know we have Fox, Vassell, Cornette, Barnes, and Sohan. Vassell has it right now with this team up by 3 right now. They led by as many as 9 here in the third quarter. Here to Spurs. Vassell shooting the 3. That's no good. Ousmane Dieng coming down with the rebound. Haston Wallace with it. He's back over to Lugan-Stort. Jalen Williams has it. He's back over to Wallace. They need to get something going here. They got 8 on the shot clock. Dort, he'll shoot the 3. He'll drain the 3. That's 9 for Dort. 64-63. Sohan got a big part of it right now. Sohan will get the bucket. That's his first points of the game off the bench. Look at that. 14 lead changes, 3 ties right now. Williams coming around. He's back over to Wiggins, over to Haston Wallace. Wallace, he'll shoot the 3. He'll drain the 3. We are tied at 66. That's the 4th tie of this game. 14 lead changes, 4 ties. Looking at the game trends. Fox. He's back over to Vassell. He'll shoot the 3. He'll drain the 3. That's 6 for Devin Vassell, and the lead is up to 3 once again for the Spurs. 69-66. Fourth quarter. 10 to play here. 3-point lead for Jalen Williams. Williams coming around. 5 on the shot clock. Williams feeds it over to Wallace. He'll shoot. That is no good. Vassell coming down with the rebound. 3-point lead for San Antonio. Looking to try to send this back to a Game 7. The Thunder looking to go to the NBA Finals and take on the Milwaukee Bucks in the season playthrough. Fox. Got 4 on the shot clock. Fox. He'll put the shot up, and that is no good. Dort coming down with the rebound. Dort feeds it back over to Jalen Williams. Williams trying to drive it, but he'll put the shot up. That's in and out. Cornette with the rebound. Vassell Feeds it back over to Barnes. Barnes with the slam dunk. That's 9 for him. 9 to play, and the lead is up to 5 for San Antonio. Jalen Williams feeds it over to Jang, and he's got to step out of bounds. That will be San Antonio ball. We got 13 on the shot. No, fresh shed, I should say. Substitutions for both teams here. We'll get them out as I'm going to be done trying to read these names off. Fox will have it. Cornette still out on the court. Fox. We got 10 on the shot clock. Fox. And he'll lose it as Kaysen Wallace is coming down with it. Feeds it back over to Dort will have it. Joe had it for a second, but he feeds it to Dort, and that's 11 for Lugens Dort. Isaiah Joe will get the assist there. Thunder within 3 right now. Vassell feeds it back over to Sohan, over to Fox. That is no good. Isaiah Joe coming down with it. Feeds it back over to Lugens Dort. Dort feeds it over to Jalen Williams. 8 on the shot clock. Williams, he'll shoot the 3. He'll drain the 3. Jalen Williams, that's 15 for him, and we are tied at 71. Fox, he'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Cornette gets the offensive rebound. Waters, he'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Wiggins coming down with it for the Thunder. A chance for the Thunder to retake the lead and have the lead for the first time in the fourth quarter. Dort will do exactly that. 14 points for Lugens Dort. That's an 8-0 run. And OKC on top by 3. 7:20 to play here in the fourth. Vassell feeds it back over to Lindy Waters. Waters feeds it back over to Fox. 7 on the shot clock. We got 5 on the shot clock. Fox coming around with the layup. That puts an end to that 8-0 run. That's 18 for Fox. San Antonio within 1. Under 7 to play in the fourth. Victor Wembanyama checking back into the game. And there is an illegal screen called against Isaiah Joe. Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein checking back into the game. Williams going to go to the bench. That's Jalen Williams, number 1. Slew of other players. So it is Castle, Vassell, Sohan, Wemby. And there's a shot up there. That's good. Devin Vassell. That's 9 for him. And the Spurs retake the lead. They're up by 2. 5 quick points there right after an 8-0 run for the Thunder. Gave them a brief 3-point lead. 5 quick points puts the Spurs on top again. Over to SGA. He needs to go. He only has 9 this game. And that falls off the front rim as Castle comes down with it. Castle feeds it over to Castle. Over to Spurs to Wemby. Wemby with the layup. 12 for him, and the lead is up to 4 as we're over halfway through the fourth quarter here. 78-74, San Antonio. Dort feeds it back over to Chet Holmgren. 14 on the shot clock. Holmgren coming around. Feeds it back over to Hartenstein. Hartenstein over to SGA. 3 on the shot clock. SGA coming around. He'll put the shot up, and that's not going to fall in. Vassell will have it. Vassell feeds it back over to Sohan. Over to Devin Vassell. 15 on the shot clock. Feeds it over to Johnson. Back over to Sohan. Sohan being guarded by Hartenstein, or no, by Holmgren, but Sohan had a little screen. He'll get the slam dunk. We might have, we do have a timeout called by the Thunder. 5:06 to play in the fourth. 80-74, Spurs on top. Coming out of the timeout here. Lugens Dort staying in the game. Jalen Williams checking back into the game now. And for the Spurs, let's see here. Fox, Castle, Vassell, and I believe that's Johnson, because Wembanyama's staying into the game. 5 minutes to play here. 80-74, San Antonio on top. There's Holmgren. He'll shoot the bucket. That's no good. Vassell with it. Right away, that's a 9-0 run by the Spurs right now. Johnson That is not going to fall as Dort will come down with it. Lugens Dort. Let's see, in these two games combined, you see Jalen Williams feeds it back over to SGA. SGA going into this game averages a shade over 28 points a game. You see Holmgren will miss that one. Johnson coming down with the rebound. But SGA so far has been combined 28 points between this point and game 5 as well. So SGA scoring is not up to par for him. Fox. We're on the shot clock. Fox coming around. He'll put the layup up. That is no good. Hartenstein getting the rebound. Under 4 to play here in the fourth. 80-74. Dort feeds it back over to SGA. SGA will shoot the 3. He makes it! 12 points for him. And they need that one. Thunder within 3. Vassell. He'll put the shot up. That is off the back iron. Holmgren coming down with it. Needs it back over to Dort. We got Lugens Dort. Feeds it over to Hartenstein. Hartenstein feeds it over to SGA. He'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Wembayama coming down with it. That's Johnson. Never mind. That was Sohan for a second. And Wemby. Oh, he misses that slam dunk on the alley-oop attempt. Fox will shoot the 3. That's not going to fall in. Hartenstein coming with it. Feeds it back over to Jalen Williams. Williams coming around. He'll get to the bucket. That's good. That's 17 for Jalen Williams, and we'll have a timeout by the Spurs. We're going to take one as well. 2:51 to play in the fourth. It's a 1-point lead for the Spurs. Back here in San Antonio, under 3 to play here in the fourth. It's 80-79. The Spurs on top right now. Game 6. The Spurs, they hold on. They will force a Game 7, but if the Thunder come out on top, we will have, our next video will be Game 1 of the Bucks Thunder. I believe whoever comes out of the series will have home court in the first round. Vassell. 13 on the shot clock here. 10 on the shot clock now. Vassell, he'll put the shot up. That's not going to fall. Hartenstein coming down with the rebound. Lugens Dort with it. Coming around, feeds it back over to Chet Holmgren. Holmgren, he'll shoot the 3. That's not going to fall. Wembayama coming down with the rebound. Feeds it back over to Stephen Castle. And that is going to be a foul against SGA. That's his first. 80-79. San Antonio on top. Johnson inbounds it over to Fox. Feeds it back over to Devin Vassell. At 10 on the shot clock. Vassell, he'll put the shot up. That's no good. Hartenstein coming down with the rebound. 2 minutes remaining. SGA feeds it back over to Lugens Dort. Back over to Holmgren. Feeds it over to Jalen Williams over to Holmgren. 10 on the shot clock. Back over to SGA. SGA, he'll shoot the 3. That's no good, but Hartenstein coming down with the tip in, and it's a 1-point lead for OKC on a 7-0 run. Fox coming around, feeds it over to Castle. 13 on the shot clock. De'Aaron Fox with it again, being guarded by SGA over to Keldon Johnson. Johnson getting a screen. He'll shoot the 3. That's off the back iron, no good. Hartenstein with the rebound. SGA feeds it over to Jalen Williams for 3. That's no good. Johnson with the rebound. 75 seconds to play here in game number 4, or number 6, I should say. What am I talking about? Need to get my games right. Oh, Fox will lose it. SGA will come down with the steal. SGA, he'll put the shot up. That's good! 14 for him. And the lead is up to 3. Under 1 minute to play here in the fourth. Fox coming around. He'll put the shot up. That's a good. 24, De'Aaron Fox. 35 of 85 for the Thunder. 35 of 91 for the Spurs. SGA coming around. He'll put the shot up. That's good. 16 for him. I said he needed to get his scoring up. It's an 11-2 run by the Thunder, and he has done that the last couple of minutes as well. Have a timeout called by the Spurs. Final timeout by the Spurs, at least in regulation. We're going to take one as well. 30 seconds to play. 85-82, OKC on top. Back to action here in San Antonio, 85-82. Thunder on top, 30 seconds to play here in the fourth. If the Thunder holds on, our next video will be Game 1 of the NBA Finals. But if the Spurs find a way to come back and win in the next 30 seconds or in overtime, well, we'll have Game 7. Fox holding on to that one right now, 13 on the shot clock. Fox feeds it back over to Wemby. Wemby for three. He drains the three! Oh my goodness! 15 for Wembyama, and that might have been the biggest 3 points of the season for him. Timeout, OKC. We're going to take one as well. Coming out of the timeout here, 19.8 to play here in the fourth. The Thunder we are tied at 85 here. We have not had an overtime game yet in the postseason here in my season playthrough project. I think we only had like 4 or 5 overtime games during the regular season. SGA holding on to this one right now. Shot clock is turned off, and they do have another timeout if they can't get anything going. SGA feeds it over to Dort. He almost lost it. Holmgren for three. That's in there! Holmgren for 26 points, and that's going to do it. Chet Holmgren sends the OKC Thunder to the NBA Finals in my season playthrough. And the Cinderella run comes to an end for the Spurs. They couldn't do it in this universe, as we see the Western Conference champion, Oklahoma City Thunder. Oh man, Chet Holmgren didn't show up in Game 7 in real life, but he had the biggest shot of the season playthrough right now. I believe that's SGA getting the Conference Finals MVP. We'll be back with this post-game player stats coming up after this. It's time for the post-game player statistics brought to you by 2K Sports. And for the final time, we're going to look at the San Antonio Spurs in the season playthrough. Castle with 22 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Fox, 20 points, 3 rebounds, 8 assists, a steal, and 2 turnovers. Wembyama, 15 points, 11 rebounds, 1 assist, and a block. Vassell, 9 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Barnes with 9.6 rebounds, 1 assist, and a turnover. Keldon Johnson, 6 points, 8 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 turnover. Sohan, 4 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists. Luke Cornett had 7 rebounds and 1 assist and a block. Waters, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Olenek, Bryant, Champagny, McLaughlin did not play for the Thunder. And now for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Chet Holmgren, 26 points, 15 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, and 1 turnover. Out of those 26 points, the 3 biggest points came with 1.1 second left of this game. And that was the series clinching 3 for him. That was definitely a reverse from what happened in real life when he just didn't show up in Game 7 in real life. Williams, 17 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, and a turnover. SGA, 16 points, 1 rebound, 5 assists, 2 steals. Then we got Logan Stewart, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Isaiah Hartenstein, 6 points, but he had 22 rebounds and 1 assist. So he got some crucial rebounds towards the end of the game. Joe, 5 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a turnover. Casey Wallace with 3 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists, 2 steals. Aaron Wiggins with 1 rebound, 1 assist, or 1 point and 1 rebound. Caruso with 2 assists, followed by Ousmane Dieng, 1 rebound and 1 block. Sorber, AJ Mitchell, Nikola Topic, Kenrich Williams, and Jalen Williams, number 2, did not play for the Thunder. And that will do it for your post-game player statistics for the Western Conference Finals. Looking at the performance awards here, as I mentioned, SGA got Western Conference Finals MVP. He had 26.2 points a game, 3.3 rebounds, and he averaged 6.5 assists a game with 1 steal and 0.2 blocks per game. He had 47. He shot nearly 48% from the field, 91% from the line, and he shot just over 35% from 3-point range. And for the Eastern Conference Finals MVP, no surprise there, Giannis got the MVP there, averaging nearly 44 points a game, 18 rebounds a game, 5.3 assists per game, 0.2 steals a game, 1.2 blocks a game, and he shot just under 68% total, under 48% from the line, and then he really didn't take many three-pointers, and if he did, he missed them all. All right, game 1 of the NBA Finals. There are 2 teams left. It is the Milwaukee Bucks and the Oklahoma City Thunder, as game 1 will be coming out soon. But before then, I want to let everybody know that there will be a State of the Channel video that I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to discuss my channel going forward in the future, as I know we have a couple of games coming out, as well as maybe a future 2K series for 27. See how you guys want to do it. I'll put that up to a vote, how you guys want that done, but I'll discuss exactly what I'm going to be doing for my NBA, for my future content here, as I'm actually contemplating getting both college football and Madden 27 with especially different modes that are being out, and I think it might be a little more playable or a little more interesting to play both games this time. So I do want to get that out, but we will have at some point this weekend game 1 of the NBA Finals between the Milwaukee Bucks and the OKC Thunder. And with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so yet, as well as hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do come out. And with that, I want to remind everybody the final score of the game. The OKC Thunder get the revenge on the San Antonio Spurs, at least in my universe. They defeat the Spurs 88-85 on a Chet Holmgren three-pointer with 1.1 second left to play. And they win the series 4-2, as you can see, setting up an NBA Finals matchup with the Milwaukee Bucks. At that, I am Vinny from vdubproductions, and I am signing off.